You call it slow starting, I call it late blooming.
For some time now, my collaborators and I have been pursuing the question of what makes human beings unique, both cognitively and socially. We do this mainly by performing experiments comparing the cognitive and social skills of young children. The cognitive and social skills of young children and their nearest primate relatives, the great apes. Our working hypothesis yeah, okay, thank you. Our working hypothesis, adopted from Lev Vygotsky, is that key differences are to be found in humans' evolved capacities for participating in culture, as Angel already said. We have recently provided support for this hypothesis in a large-scale study comparing human 2-year-olds to two of their nearest primate relatives, chimpanzees and orangutans. We gave them all a battery of 16 different tasks grouped into 2 overall domains, one concerning understanding of the physical world, of space, quantities, and causality, and one concerning the understanding of the social world, with tests of imitation, communication, and intention reading. If humans were just more cognitively sophisticated than great apes overall, one would expect that the children should differ from the apes, in one direction or the other, uniformly on all tasks across the board. But that is not what we found. On skills of physical cognition, the 3 groups were highly similar. But on skills of social cognition, the 2-year-old children, still before reading, writing, and formal schooling, were already about twice as high as the other 2 species. These social cognitive skills bootstrap children's skills of physical cognition so that eventually they will outstrip other apes in cognitive skills of all kinds, as they use their species-unique cultural intelligence to take advantage of the skills and knowledge of others in the cultural group. In the 1990s, we believed that only humans could create and participate fully in cultures because only they understood others as intentional agents, which enabled them to cooperate, communicate, and socially learn from their group mates in unique ways. But beginning about 10 years ago, we and others began discovering that great apes also understand others as intentional agents. They understand that others have goals. They understand that others perceive the world. And they understand that overt behavior is driven by these unobservable mental processes. Our review of these data in ticks included close to a dozen studies each, documenting chimpanzees' understanding of goals and intentions on the one hand, and perception and knowledge on the other. As a sidelight, I should say that we have been unable to find any evidence, despite much trying, we have 4 published studies with negative results, that they understand false beliefs. Here is what is for me one particularly convincing experimental paradigm. So the setup here is that we have a dominant chimpanzee here. Maybe I should do it like this. We have a dominant chimpanzee here, and we have a subordinate chimpanzee here. And there's a banana out here. Now, if there's a banana in the middle of the floor, and the dominant and the subordinate go for it, the dominant always gets it. Now, you ask me, how do I know the dominant always gets it? That's because that's how we define dominance. The dominant is the one that always gets it. Okay? So we have a pretest and we establish dominance. And once we do that, now there's a banana out here. All right, so the subordinate should be saying to herself, whoops, the dominant's going to take that, I stay away. But the trick is, there's another piece of banana back here where only the subordinate can see it. So if the subordinate is smart, the subordinate will know that the dominant cannot see it, and so she can go for it. So you'll see what happens. The door will go down quickly at the beginning because we don't want her to look and see what the other one is doing. See, the door will go down. Her door will go up first so that she has to start first. She can't wait for the dominant and react. Gets this one. Now the dominant comes over. And then comes over to check just to make sure that there's not some left. Okay?